keep it as interesting as possible while you're standing in line. It is a pleasure to join each and every one of you here today. For those that are in from out of town, welcome to Winnipeg. I want to begin just by acknowledging we're on Treaty 1 land and traditional homeland of the Métis. J'aimerais tout d'abord souligner le fait que nous nous trouvons sur le territoire visé par le traité numéro 1 et le terme ancestral de Métis. For the Francophonies, I apologize. I'm taking French lessons. I'll keep working at it. And for the Anglophones, it was impeccable French. Don't talk to the Francophonies. I want to say just good afternoon. It is a great pleasure to be here today to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Icelandic National League of North America. What an incredible milestone during a week of milestones that we're celebrating here in the city of Winnipeg right now. Earlier today, I had the honor of being joined by my council colleagues, my wife Tracy, to help raise the Icelandic flag at our City Hall a few blocks away from where we are right now, with President Johannesson and First Lady Eliza Reid. It was really just lovely to meet both of them and to welcome them to Winnipeg City Hall. It's really an honor for us to have been able to welcome him to the city of Winnipeg. And I thought it might be fun to do a bit of comparison between Winnipeg and Reykjavik, the capital city, of course, of Iceland. So I did a little bit of research. In Canada, people often joke, and Winnipeggers will know this, people often joke about Winnipeg being incredibly cold. So I thought to myself, this country's name has the word ice in it, right? I mean, there's got to be some good comparisons. It turns out, not even in the same ballpark with Winnipeg. With an average winter lows in the 0 to -5 range, Reykjavik doesn't even come close to the average winter highs in Winnipeg, which are in the -5 to -10 range. Same goes for summer, but of course in the opposite direction. The average summer highs in Reykjavik are around the average summer lows in Winnipeg. So at the flag-raising ceremony this morning, I had mentioned in my remarks about how interesting, about an interesting connection that we share, of course, with Iceland. Winnipeg has been honored to host Icelandic dignitaries in the past, and I've had the real honor and privilege over the last 4 years since I've been in public service. But there's one connection that strikes out over all others. Winnipeg currently has 11 sister cities from around the world, including our second sister city on record, which is Reykjavik, Iceland, which was made the year I was born in 1971. Don't do the math. Now, Winnipeg was Reykjavik's first sister city, and what an honor that is for us here in Winnipeg. Interestingly, President Johannesson was born in Reykjavik 3 years before I was born. He was born in 1968, 3 years before the Sister City Agreement in Winnipeg. And how incredible it is to, 48 years later, now as President of Iceland, that he would bring the Sister City Agreement full circle here in Winnipeg this weekend. What an incredible honor for us. Absolutely. So the connection between Winnipeg and Iceland, it doesn't stop there. When the Icelandic National League of North America was organized in 1919, 100 years ago, Winnipeg boasted the largest Icelandic community in all of Canada. And the INL-NA has grown into chapters in the US and across Canada. And as of January 2018, the total population, my understanding is, was almost 350,000 people. According to the 2016 Canadian census, there are a little over 100,000 people in Canada and 16,000 in Winnipeg who identify Iceland as their ethnic origin. And I think I know 15,999 of them, as I'm sure many of them do in Winnipeg. There's a lot of Icelanders here in Winnipeg, and I'm going to digress from my prepared remarks for 1 second. My sister is married to a Thorensen from Riverton, Manitoba, and his mother, who has recently passed away, she made the best pina tarta. You just had to ask her, and she told you that every time. Now, of course, the immigration to Manitoba from Iceland was especially high at the end of the 1800s and the lead up to the founding convention of the INL. NA in Winnipeg during 1919. And Winnipeg has been very fortunate and a fortunate beneficiary of immigration over the course of our history. Winnipeg at its very core has been shaped by immigration and will continue to be shaped by immigration going forward. We're a city that celebrates our diversity, and what makes up our culture in our city is really the blending of so many beautiful, rich cultures that we celebrate together. Immigrants, such as those from Iceland, have been able to maintain their cultural ties to their homeland while becoming, obviously, full Canadian citizens, active leaders in our community here in Winnipeg. Incredible days that have much symbolism like today are only made possible by this mutual appreciation and love between cultures and nations. And the culture and heritage of Iceland is very much alive and well in Winnipeg, and in turn, that culture helps form part of what it is to, in fact, be a Winnipegger. It's really a beautiful thing, and it's one of the best parts about serving as Winnipeg's 43rd mayor, is being able to join you in days like today to recognize and to celebrate with each and every one of you. And so, on the 100th anniversary, it's my absolute pleasure to thank you for the wonderful contributions that you have made, and the resulting beauty that you've shared, of course, with Winnipeggers and all those that you serve. Thank you for choosing Winnipeg for this amazing convention. I hope for those of you that are from out of town, I hope, and I'll make this very simple, shameless plug, spend an obscene amount of money on local retailers while you're here. Especially Icelandic retailers. But have fun and discover what it is about our community that makes us very proud to call this community home. You know, Winnipeg it's a bit of a quirky city. There's some strange facts that if you aren't from Winnipeg, you'll be able to learn while you're here. We're the Slurpee capital of the world, which translated into Icelandic is not something I'm going to repeat. I had it translated for me this morning by the president, or actually the first lady. I'll share it with my kids, they'll get a good laugh out of it. But of course, we're home to Winnie the Pooh, the origins of 007. Of course, the Winnipeg General Strike 100 years ago. We've got the largest bison herd in all of Canada here in Winnipeg at Fort White Alive. We are home to the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, an institution we're very, very proud and privileged to have in our city. There are many, many interesting factoids that you can learn, and for the locals that I know many of you are from Winnipeg, I hope to share all that we're really proud of with those that I know are visiting from Iceland and from across North America. Now, before I leave the stage and unfortunately have to race to another commitment, I want to present an Organizational Community Service Award. And if I can ask Ms. Beverly Arison-Lode, President of the Icelandic National League of North America, maybe just to come up and join me for a minute. And while she's coming up, I'm just going to let you know about this award. This is not an award that I give out every day, and it's really an honor. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
So the presentation of the City of Winnipeg Community Service Award was established by the Mayor's Office just before I became Mayor in the 1950s. And this award is presented to give recognition to organizations of the City of Winnipeg who, through their dedication, have demonstrated excellence and achievement in any field of endeavor, benefiting in an outstanding manner the social, cultural, or economic well-being of their community. This organization has done all very, very well over 100 years. Beverly, the work you and the Icelandic National League of North America have done to preserve and promote Icelandic culture in Winnipeg is absolutely amazing. It's contributed to overall culture that we enjoy and makes us all proud to call Winnipeg home. So I want to present you with the Community Service Award, and I want to wish each of you all the very best over the next few days at this convention and in the community. Thank you very much.